Hey! We packed up in here. I like it. I like being with you. Look at you. You cute. Oh, boots. Those are fresh.
Keep up with your style.
You look
Thank
great.
You too.
How y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling
Great.
Amazing. I'm so happy to see everybody. This is such an amazing moment. It's just such a beautiful part of my day. I really look forward to this moment in the day. This is like my best part of the getting ready process. When it's like soul chat time, it's real time. So thank you so much. I love y'all too, and I'm really glad that we have this thing for me too that I've been learning throughout my life, just to like be unafraid of caring about your soul. It's like a really important thing. And it's not something that we're always taught. You know, I think that as kids we're taught to like do what we're told, and we're not really taught to honor our spirit or learn how to listen to our spirit or learn how to be in touch with it. You know what I mean? So this idea of caring about your soul is a really beautiful thing, and I use that in my life as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, as a creator, as a musician, as an artist, as a writer, just as a person who really wants to create the conversation about like being unafraid, guilt-free, take care of you so you can take care of all the other things. You know what I mean? So that's the vibe.
Yes.
That's the vibe, and that's why with the Key Soul Care offerings, it's all about a mantra and affirmation. I love these offerings because not only are they beautiful for your skin and for your body, but they're also really beautiful for your soul. And that's kind of the point. The point is like, how do we get more deeply in touch with ourselves? So this offering is the Aura Mist, which I love in the summer and hot places like Hollywood in my hand. Spray it, and it feels all amazing, and it has rose quartz and in it, and so that's really a heart opener. And the affirmation on that is, I'm free as the air. And I feel like that's such a powerful thing to remember, that you are actually free as the air. There is nothing holding you back, nothing stopping you, nothing in your way. I love this idea, this reminder. I also chose you are resilient because I think resilient is such a powerful word. And a lot of times we don't feel resilient. We feel like, you know, when it's hard, we feel like, how can we find the strength? How can we find the agility, the ability to just keep going? And sometimes you don't feel resilient, but we are resilient, and it is inside of you. So I love these words because they're just like a beautiful reminder every day that you actually have what you need. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So anyway, that's the vibe of Soul Chat. We doing, and powerful and really deep and really meaningful. And so I myself find myself like, wow, how did we just really find our way to each other in this pure way, which is a big blessing for me, because that's the goal, that's the hope. When I create the music, the hope is that we're connecting on, you know, in a real way. So that's happening, and so we talk about that. Some people, you know, some people like to sing me songs. Some people rhyme me rhymes. I mean, some people hand me USBs, like, here, listen to this later. You know, but it's not about giving me anything. It's just about the connection. So however we want to connect, that's how it's open. Whatever works for you works for me.
I'm Manuel, designer. I finally made it. I'm fine. This is such an incredible moment for me.
I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you so much.
This is Manuel. He does some of the most beautiful art that you see me posting. Manuel, the designer, he kills it.
Yes,
This
thank
is
you so
him.
much.
He's here today, and I'm so excited.
This is such a dream. I designed this book for you.
You did?
With all the arts that I have made for you. So this is just part of my work for you in the past times, and
he put me together of all the pieces he ever made, for all the moments
Thank
and
you
the
so much.
special things. He's always done such beautiful work. We love him, followed him.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Thank you so
And my question is, how important and how fun is the creative process for every era, because all your eras are completely different, and how excited is the visual concept for
so
every
cool.
era?
Okay, so he's saying, how fun and how exciting. Welcome. Come into the Soul Chat. You are right on time. Don't feel any type of way we don't want you to miss it. I'm glad you're here. I mean it, because there was a couple people came in too late, and then I saw them on my way out, and they were like, "We're late," and I was like, "I'm sorry," but I did see them. I gave them lots of love. So his question was, how does it feel, and how fun and exciting is it to create the different kind of, would you call it,
concepts or visual
concepts or the visual ideas for every different project? That was his question. I think Manuel really knows about it because he's creating pieces, or he's inspired by it to create pieces, and I think he can probably see that there's always a different vibe and a different energy. And I don't really realize that I'm creating. Of course, I realize that I'm putting together what feels like it fits with the energy that I'm feeling at the time, but it's really a truthful expression of whatever's happening, like with As I Am, right? But As I Am, I really, it was a big transition for me. After Diary, I went through just a personal experience of trying to just understand that I wasn't chained to anybody's expectations of me in regards to how I had to show up for, even as an artist. And so As I Am, before As I Am, I took a big trip to Egypt. It was my first time I ever took major time off. And when I came back from As I Am, I really felt like I could start to be who I actually was. And for me, that was the beginning of all the uncovering, because, are you ever who you actually are? I guess you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to find constantly who you actually are. And every day, so I think, but though that was a very transitional thing, so I think there was a bolder appearance of me. It was the first time I was without braids. My braids were a big part of my identity, and so I became free of even just anything that would hold me in constraint in any way. And I think you saw that, and so there was like that, and then with here was like
my favorite. I love
favorites too. He said here is his favorite, but here it was also another big transition for me, where I was really wanting to no longer compromise. I wanted to create the art that I wanted to create in a way that was pure and authentic without compromising in any way. I am a notorious over-compromiser, which many might think that's a wonderful trait. I think that is a wonderful trait, but it also can be overdone when you over-compromise yourself out of your own self. You know what I mean? And I was doing that for many years because there's so many things to consider and so many people talking in your ear. And so by the time here came, I felt confident enough to do my own thing. And so I was really stripping back all of the expectations. And obviously that's when I was even understanding how my relationship to beauty and what that meant, and how I was, how I felt oppressed by it in a lot of ways. And so obviously y'all went with me through that, so y'all saw all that. But, so that was why the stuff was much more black and white and stripped back and raw, and so anyway, each time it's less about how I'm like plotting about how I'm going to create it, and more about how I'm honoring whatever it is that I'm experiencing. So it is fun and it is exciting, but I guess I don't look at it like that until later, and then I can look back and see, wow, you could see kind of whatever was going on, which happens with all of us. So that was an awesome question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Who got one? Who got me?
Gave me the name Alicia. So my middle name, I'm Regina Alicia.
Oh.
And first of all, let me say it's an honor, because when you walked in this room, I've been in a lot of rooms, and the energy and the peace that comes through your music walked right in here with you. It's absolutely amazing.
That's amazing.
But what I wanted to ask you is, I know a lot of us, we see Alicia Keys. What is the key for you for balance and in your daily life? Because it's more, I know we see you with your kids, we see you with your husband, we see you as a daughter, we see you as an amazing woman.
Thank you.
And I know you make it look easy, but what's like a day in your life?
So wait, is the question that you want me to answer more about how do I balance?
How do you balance?
Okay.
Yes.
Like sometimes when I'm on the street, because I'm very like, I'm not that one. I'm not that one that's all like extra prissy, prima donna, diva. That's not my vibe. I'm very like not that.
That's
My
why we love
husband
you.
is more of a diva than me. So, and I love that about him, you know. And actually, he reminds me to hold myself to a certain place, you know, as well. But I'm very, very, you know, like you will catch me in Target. I will be taking the kids to get their little Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? I want to be myself. I want to be in the world. I want to experience life. I want them to experience a pure existence. You know, when I'm with my kids and someone says, "Are you?" And I'm like, "Today, I'm Egypt's mom." Like, that's who I am. That's what I am right now. And so, for me, I think that's a big part of the balance. Just like, I mean, just not taking yourself too damn serious. I think it's a very important vibe. You know what I mean? It's like we're all humans. We're all human beings. We're all finding our way. We're all living in the world, and that's what it is. So I think gives me a lot of the balance. And then I think just looking at things in a way that allows me to have time for the things that I love and that are important to me, and working through those things. And those things are my music. My music is very important to me, and I do want to have time to do it. And even though like right now I'm not with my kids, and it makes me sad. Of course you want to be with your boys and you want to be with your kids, but I know that they know the reason why I'm not there is a very important reason, and it's something that's, you know, we're doing something that's powerful that brings us together, and that's important. So, but that's important to me. You know, having time just by myself is important to me, because otherwise I can't hear myself and I get lost. Having time with my husband, just us, is important to me, because then we get lost. Having times with just my kids is, you know, so making the time for all said there, because she really did just say that as a part of her journey, you know, finding her own passion, seeing another person's passion, seeing my passion, encourage her own passion to continue to find, you know, obviously this is a major purpose as a teacher. It's such an important thing that you're doing, and I love what you're saying, because so many people don't encourage us or don't allow us to be ourselves. And so for you to like be there holding space for these kids, to show them from an early age that they can trust themselves, is like the biggest deal. So thank you so much. I know it's only time for one. I'm gonna take two, only because we on at 8:30 and y'all don't want me late, and y'all don't want them kicking me off the stage. Which they technically can. They can, but they could slightly turn down the sound. Which slightly affects our ears. All right. Oh man, this is so hard. Let's go all the way in the back for one. Oh, thank you.
And also, what's your favorite song to perform on stage? City of God.
City of Gods is definitely a good one. I do love that one. Dang, my favorite song to perform. You know, I really love, obviously, you know, I love these songs so much. I find that I do this kind of thing between Superwoman and Girl on Fire that really feels like a real, it's just like there's such a moment there. It feels so like you're just, it's an affirmation. It's like affirming our existence. And I love the way that it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's such a connection to that, like, yes, you can, yes, you are vibe. And it makes me, you know, it feels really good. That's one of my favorites. It's hard to choose. It's hard to choose. I swear, last question in the booth.